Well, hi. Bienvenido otra vez al vlog de Christy la Gringa. Welcome back to Christy the Gringa's blog. What is a gringa? It is a white person who is not Hispanic. Gringa is the feminine, gringo is the masculine, because Spanish has genders for their nouns. So, welcome back. We are yet again at one of my favorite local parks, which is the Edmonds Marina Beach Park. That is not the Pacific Ocean behind me. It's a part of it. It is saltwater. That is Puget Sound. So think of it like a bay. Behind that water, on the other side, there is a range of mountains, which you really can't see right now because of the clouds. And that range of mountains behind those clouds that you're not able to see is the Olympic Mountain Range, and they protect us from storms that come in off of the Pacific Ocean. If we actually wanted to go to the Pacific Ocean, if we wanted to drive there, it would take 2 hours. Actually, where I live, north of Seattle, it would, let's say 2.5. You can drive on beaches in some parts of Washington State, not this one though. There's not really enough room for it anyway. There's a lot of driftwood and it's not flat, but there is a beach in Washington State that's very famous, at least among Washingtonians. It's called Ocean Shores. And, you know, they've got like a lot of motels right on the beach there. And there's deer everywhere, wild deer. But the rules of the town is that you're not allowed to hunt those deer. So the deer are very friendly. And you can get lots of great pictures of deer if you go to Ocean Shores. But yeah, so here we are in Edmonds, Washington, the other Washington, not DC. And you just missed the ferry. You'll see it again probably later. This is one of the routes for the Washington State ferry system, which will allow you to either walk on the boat, bicycle onto the boat, or drive your car onto the boat. Don't be scared. I was initially scared of driving my car onto the boat. I have anxiety, but it's fine. Like, it's totally safe. There's extremely few accidents that have happened. It's not like, you know, maybe some other places where they don't have safety measures in place. So, and then you might be wondering what time of year it is. It is May. It's almost June, and as you can see, it is cloudy and moody. Washington is like that sometimes. Western Washington, you never know what the weather's going to be like. Last week, we had one day where it was 88 degrees. That's super hot. I don't know the conversion to Celsius, but 88 Fahrenheit is warm. So I stayed indoors. If you have MS, you should avoid getting overheated. You should also avoid getting too cold. So it's kind of like being Little Red Riding Hood, if you're familiar with that, no, it's Goldilocks. Wrong child. Wrong girl from children's stories. Okay, so it's like being Goldilocks where, you know, with the three bears, where she was trying everybody's porridge, and one porridge was too hot, one porridge was too cold, and the last porridge was just right. So people with MS, it's a similar situation. We're like little canaries in a coal mine. We need to have proper weather. So that means in the winter, you should wear your coat. If you don't normally wear a coat because you didn't have to deal with MS before and you're used to the cold, you should, you know, maybe consider doing it if you're diagnosed with MS. And then in the summer, you need to avoid getting overheated. Like a day like today, I'm wearing, over my actual clothes, I'm wearing a, they call it a rash guard, but this is a long sleeve shirt that is like natural sunscreen. I'm allergic to sunscreen, so I guess I have to use it in the clothes that I wear. So this is resistant to up to 50, UV 50, so that's pretty good. And then it's cold out, so that's the thing. It's like 60 degrees, but it's windy, so there's some people that have brought their kites out here to the park that are flying their kites. And meanwhile, I'm walking here on the beach. Parts of the beach here are sandy, parts of it are not. They have like lots of little rocks on them, lots of pieces of sharp seashells, not because people put the seashells there, but because the crabs and seagulls and all the other animals that eat shellfish. Like, they just leave the shells behind and they, you know, kind of get crunched up over time. Anyway, you gotta watch where you walk. Maybe don't go barefoot, or if you do, you know, be careful. But yeah, if you like moody weather that doesn't know if it's hot or cold or what it wants to be when it grows up, Washington is the place for you. And then there's beaches everywhere in Western Washington. And yeah, it's a beautiful place, and I'm happy to call it home.